We are live. 108 Tourney post-game show for the championship. Incredible tourney. I think the content is at an all-time high. I was impressed with everything everyone did. It was just overall a great time. I think there's a lot of new people that kind of came out of the woodwork and did a fantastic job. And we've got a new champion. We're going to crown a new champion tonight. And I have a very special announcement for the 108 tournament that we'll get to in just a minute.
When looking to buy a home, choosing the right realtor can be a struggle. You need someone with experience, knowledge of the area, and most of all, a strong desire to get the right fit for every customer. As the founder of the RG Group at Dreamtown, Riz brings to the table a wealth of real estate experience coupled with a great knowledge of the Chicagoland area. Riz's business runs the gamut from single-unit investors to high-end luxury buyers and sellers. Still, he holds a special affinity for first-time buyers. Riz loves walking a first-time buyer through every step of the often complex process of becoming a homeowner. Seeing the smile on a new homeowner's face after closing is truly a rewarding end to a long journey. Riz maintains a very loyal client base, and over the last several years, over 95% of his business has come from prior clients and their referrals. He truly appreciates the faith his clients put in him and treats all referrals with the utmost level of service. So if you're looking to buy or sell, please consider Riz Galani with RG Group at Dreamtown and his team of professionals. As a former client, Riz walked us through our first time buying experience and was very patient. With over 18 years experience, he has the contacts to get you the best rates and inspectors you can trust. Riz Galani with the RG Group at Dreamtown. Check out his team at rggroupchicago.com or give him a call at 773-456-6168. Start your home buying journey today with a trusted realtor.
Oh, man. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that read. We got a drink here from Senor Socks. Cheers, Senor Socks.
Senor.
Cheers.
Senor.
So, fellas, before we get to the championship, we got to talk about the guy who came in third today. That is Summer of George. Summer of George has been an absolute legend in this tournament.
Yep.
When White Sox Dave was just wiping out the field back in the day, George comes through and is the first person to really challenge him. He really, he came out of nowhere, and he was pounding Four Locos. He had the sword. All of that has continued. And the craziest thing I think about George in these tournaments has been he has gone 12 hours of drinking and then gone out into society. Most people are like, all right, I got this all put aside and I'm gonna pass out immediately after this. I might be there for the post game. No.
Yeah.
George has been going to concerts, going to movies, doing
dinners.
He went to someone's birthday dinner or something.
Yes.
Just outrageous. And he's retiring after this tournament, but he's not going to be gone because we are announcing that there will be a Summer of George bracket moving forward for the legend.
Absolutely. Yep.
So that is cheers to George.
Congrats, George.
That's going to be there forever. And, of course, you're always welcome for the Sunday soap,
cheers.
but not at your own peril.
Yeah.
That's right.
Last time it was a little rough for him. He was like, dude, I literally just woke up 5 minutes ago. And you're like, huh?
Trying to do the math.
Yeah, I know.
How'd you get here?
He's like, I hydroplaned all the way here.
Big fan of the cold tub, Summer of George. Big fan of the cold tub. He dove right into the cold tub immediately to revive him.
That was actually the craziest thing. It felt like something out of a movie because he came in, he just Frank Drebin pulled one thing and he was completely down to his swim trunks.
Skivvies,
and then he didn't even barely say hi to anybody. He just walked through and popped in the cold tub. Was in there for 3 minutes. He got out and he was sober. It was insane. It was
relatively speaking, sober.
Sober-ish. Sober adjacent.
Tim Meyer says he's out there performing a bris after 8 Four Locos. That's pretty much the case. But just to emphasize the run that Summer George has had in this tournament, he's been in the tournament 4 times. He's been in the championship 3 times and has hung a banner. So, impressive, like beyond belief, and that's why we're honoring him with the region next year as
If he's done, right? He's
Cheers
not
to you,
pulling
Herbie.
some.
We're
bullshit,
retiring
right?
him. We are
We're-
retiring him.
He's
We're
retired.
retiring him.
We are
All right.
retiring him.
He
We are
he asked
retiring.
for it. We're obliged.
He's retiring. Yeah, that's
You
right.
can only retire.
Herbie,
like-
thank you, my friend. Appreciate you.
Herb, great video today, man. We'll talk
Yeah, good
we'll
job.
talk
That
about
was a
that in a
good
little
one.
bit. We'll talk about that in a little bit because I think I did want to give a little bit of time to George here because he's just meant so much to the tourney, and like I said, we're gonna have a Summer of George bracket moving forward. It's another drink. We better take this drink.
Thank you, Drew.
rip it.
Appreciate
Drew.
you.
I got the regular hard Mountain Dew tonight. Just the regular
Says,
flavor. Tastes just like it.
But yeah, George, absolute legend, and he will live on in this tournament. We will. So now we'll have a White Sox Dave region, and we'll have a Summer of George region. We'll see who's next to get their own region. There's some people out there that could be there, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk a little bit about the championship in just a second.
Pop quiz time. What's almost as important as the actual game? That's right, you guessed it. It's the pregame. And there's no better place to pregame than 3434 South Hall Street, your friendly neighborhood Wings and Rings. Located in the heart of Bridgeport, Wings and Rings knows the deal. Get you fed and watered before you go to the game. With a full menu and full bar, Wings and Rings is forever the right call. Looking for a place to watch the tournament? Wings and Rings has you covered. With nearly 425 screens, you'll never miss a moment during the madness. So swing by, call, or order online. Wings and Rings is there for you. 773-579-9464 or online at vwr2go.com.
Woo!
Oh, tremendous.
Another one I'm gonna miss. But Beef, this is your baby. So you take it from here, man. Tell us about the championship.
We'll do. The championship matchup was a triple threat. As Treasy mentioned last night, we had some issues. We put 3 people in the box here. We put it on private, and about 500 of you followed quickly so you can make sure you vote in this. And the voting got a ton of volume, a ton of non-bot volume, which was absolutely beautiful. And here's the way we ended up. The aforementioned Summer George with 23% of the vote in third place. As Treasy mentioned, he's getting honored of his own bracket for a Lifetime Achievement Award. In second place at 33% is Herb Lawrence. And in first place with 45% in our brand new champion. We're crowning a new champion tonight. Allie White Sox, a.k.a. Allie Hog Sox. Allie, congratulations.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Love it. Congratulations.
My
Al.
Sox Summer, show her the
Amazing.
trophy.
This is the trophy. It's almost as
thing.
big as your dong.
Now, Allie has had excellence in this tourney too, Treasy. Allie has actually lost to the champion 3 years running before this. She'd made it to the semifinals 3 years in a row, lost to White Sox Dave, lost to Summer George, and lost to Brian Knight. So, in a way, it was one of those situations of getting so damn far and never getting to hang the banner. And so I was so happy as the voting was coming down the end. Someone who's worked so hard in this tournament, done such great things in this tournament. I was like, yes, she's finally going to get her title. So for me, it was just like running this thing for this long. I was happy to see her finally raise the banner and put the crown on.
Now, Beef, I am a little nervous though, because with when Allie was putting out the thirst traps, there was way too many creeps bookmarking those thirst traps. So I'm worried because one of the honors of winning the championship is you get to come onto the Sunday Soak. I'm nervous.
Yeah, I know.
About like I already had questions about people's intentions for watching the Sunday Soak, but now they're going to be off the charts that I'm going to be creeped out.
Oh, man.
That's right. Absolutely.
It'll be sweet when we're all on one side of the hot tub and she's on the other side if it goes down.
The thing about the bookmarks, though, is like they want you to know how creepy they are. A normal creepy person, a discreet creepy person, just screenshots. So take the amount of bookmarks and amplify it by 1,000.
A normal
That's the
creep like
screenshots.
Beef. A normal
hang
creep
on,
like
hang
Oh,
on.
Beef.
no, I'm not a
Hang on
screenshot.
a sec. Like,
Go ahead.
you got to bookmark all of Artie's tweets. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
No, I do not. I don't. I have no. All my bookmark tweets
understand
are all my own
bookmarks, man.
tweets. I bookmark my own shit from a long time ago so I could bring it back out. I don't bookmark anyone else's shit.
You know what? That's a good call. I never even thought about doing that. But once again, I've told your brother today and Luke now too, I don't understand things very well, as I've explained in several chats. Like I just don't get it. I don't get it sometimes.
How many screenshots does Beef have? I have screenshots of certain things.
I have
It's
a
usually
shitload
of like,
screenshots.
yeah, it's of Matt Ramsey, of My Sock Summer. It's like all the people I want to make fun of, basically.
When
I have
people put up that
screenshots.
tweet and then it disappears almost immediately, I screenshot that shit if I have it in the cache. You know, you got to have it just in case. You're like, oh, you remember that time? You remember that? But hey, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about championships. And Allie, you did a great job, and this is, I mean, I don't want to say like a lifetime achievement because it's not, but it's like it's something that you worked hard to get, and it's something that you wanted to get, and now you got it. And
absolutely.
maybe you'll get this in the next 2 to 3 months, and then we'll see. I'll make sure we get it sent out to you somewhat soon with some gear, and maybe we'll get Wings and Rings to kick in a little extra for you. Maybe get you some gift cards, or whatever. Can't get you a house.
Making a lot of promises
from RG Group.
Yeah,
Can't
really.
do
I mean,
that,
what's
but,
going on here? Like,
I got gift cards from Buffalo Wings and Rings, so we'll see. Maybe I'll throw in there.
Slow down on
But
these
yeah,
gift cards is what I'm hearing.
Luke, what did you
That's I'm
think,
hearing.
buddy?
it's always holding on to
So-
stuff on us.
Whenever Allie
it's not
does
that.
get this trophy, like,
What are you gonna do to it, Luke?
no, I think she needs to see how many White Claws fit into that
Oh
cup.
yeah, you can drink right.
And fucking,
What do you think?
like,
How many White Claws fit in there, MSS? Give us an
wait.
estimate.
Oh, at least 3. At least 3 of the regulars.
Yes.
If you have the big ones, 2 big ones.
Pour your Mountain Dew in there. Pour your Mountain Dew in there.
Dude, this
we
is
need to do.
This is
No,
dusty
no.
as fuck,
Like,
dude. It's
Yeah, you
dusty
gotta
as
watch
fuck.
that.
I gotta
That's-
clean this.
That's a hazard of your job.
I have had this trophy. I was telling these guys before this happened, I've had this trophy for a year because when we went to make the trophy last year, I was like, I need to have more just in case. And I bought a bunch of trophies, and this was this is the best one. I mean, it really is. So it's pretty sweet. It's
So
pretty
we're
sweet.
going with 3. 3 White Claw, like standard.
3
White Claws.
regulars, 2 large
Okay.
ones. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so that's got to be documented, Allie, when you get this, and like pour it in, slam it,
Drink
and-
from it.
Make them canary claws. Can you make a canary claw?
Get
Is
your
that okay
friends
to
to
say?
come over.
Is that okay to say?
Like
on-
have a party. They can drink out of it or put it over their head, but you have to be touching it just in case, Yeah.
MSS, Missy's asking about the plaque. Show the plaque on show
Yes.
the plaque right now.
Oh, on
We wanna
this?
see it. Yeah. She said it's world's best dad, but it's not.
No, it's
something
kung
else,
fu.
right?
It's Allie kicking everyone in the balls. That's what that is.
It's the Warriors Championship, first place kickboxing from 2017. We believe in recycling in the 108, especially me. So that's how we do this.
Allegedly. Can you draw in
Yeah.
Allie's huge dong on that
Yeah,
before you give it
actually,
to her? Okay.
I'll just turn the guy's foot into a big penis. Yep, that's what I'll do.
That'll work absolutely perfectly.
And I'll write Allie Hogsacks on there. That's not weird at all.
No. That's fine.
We should talk a little bit about Herb because Herb was awesome all tournament too.
He was.
Didn't quite make it in the final. He's came in second. But I love the video today. I love getting a close up of Brewham.
was
Luke
good.
in the video. You can't
High and
can't
tight
deny
in
that.
San Francisco, right? That's where they
Definitely
Yeah,
high
yeah,
and tight.
And then we got some
got the high part right.
Jason Goff today. We got some Chris Tannehill. Chris Tannehill, beef. Luke, he sounded a little sour about not being in the tourney this year.
He did. Yeah, he did actually sound sour. I was like, bro, when you're in there, how about you do even one thing, and then I'll know you want to be in. That's usually the gauge for the beef loaf. If you don't do shit, I think, they probably not that interested. Like, that's the way it goes. Sorry.
But Herbie, fantastic. I mean, like I just had to. I think other than beating me, I enjoyed like when you beat me. Other than that, I enjoyed everything you did this tournament.
Other than that, everything but that.
Yeah,
And Quarantine, no, this was not from the clearance section. It was from the thrift store. Jesus Christ, they don't have
Quarantine,
clearance section.
MSS's entire life is the clearance section. Okay,
Yeah.
MSS is all clearance section. You don't even need to ask that. How dare you?
I found some great art today for $3. It was fucking awesome.
There you go.
Don't have to worry about it.
Got to drink.
Thanks,
fellas.
Yump.
Thank you, Young.
Thanks, Yump.
And we'll get your shine box. We shall. It's time.
Oh man, it's opening day tomorrow. So
It is.
I mean, it's
That it
this
is.
on. It's fun to be, and I know, Wolf, you're probably more exhausted than all of us, but we go in from like one of the most like intensive moments for the 108 guys into a season. And like, it's just crazy. Like, you just like, hey, you know how we should ramp up to get ready for the season? Totally exhaust ourselves for 2 weeks and then get back on that horse, baby.
Well, the 108 tourney's built that way to lead into the year
Yes.
because spring training fucking sucks. No one really likes it. I mean, people watch it, but they don't really want to watch it. It leads right into the season. They want to watch all of you create content, and that's why we lead up into the year like this.
NBC doesn't even like it because they don't show the games. I mean, they could show every game they wanted. They don't want to show none of them. They're like, none of y'all care. None of y'all care. Go watch that 108 tourney. They should just put videos of us up there, you know? People would love to see that.
Oh yeah, the post game shows will be on NBC Sports Chicago next year.
I mean,
Breaking news.
No,
We
it's
do
if you do an NBC Sports Chicago video, you got to look like you're in a hostage situation. Like you got to look like Tony Stark being held by the 10 rings in order to do a video on NBC Sports.
I don't even know what that means, but I think it's funny.
Some people got it. Some of the nerds got it.
Jen, thank you. She says, cheers to another
Thanks, Jen.
fun
Cheers,
tourney.
Jen.
Appreciate you, Jen. Oh, man. It was a fun tourney. Like Treasy led off with. Probably the best content we've had. And as far as like engagement, it was way up there. And we were taking a risk this year.
was.
We pulled a lot of legacy media out. Usually they get a lot of attention. But you know what? The attention stayed the same. People just want to see all of you who make great content. And so that was rewarding to see.
Yes, and Loaf, cheers to you, and cheers to you, Luke, because you did take a risk. We were knowing going into it that there's a possibility that we could have very low numbers this year because we were like, we don't have the Alyssas, we don't have the Laylas, we don't have the big name like White Sox Dave. We don't have well, he's been gone for a while, but anyway, you know what I'm saying.
Same idea.
And it was
right.
like, hey, you brought it back to the people, and I'll say this. The fucking numbers were just as good as when there was all the big people in there too. The story was in there with all this. Today, you had a couple randos that were like naysaying some shit, and they're like, "Oh, this is so
Always do.
It was like,
we
you know
went
what?
private
Fuck
today.
your mama.
We went
because
private today
it went
and
good.
had as many impressions as we did on Monday for the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean,
Right.
people showed up. People showed
yes,
up.
it works.
Absolutely.
It works if you work it, folks. And so,
Cheers,
good job.
Joey.
Thanks, Joey P.
Joey P,
Thank you,
cheers.
Joey.
Can't wait to see Joey P's beautiful face.
But MSS, I appreciate the compliment, but I gotta push a bunch of the compliments off to Brewhan Luke because this was the first year that I took on someone else really working intimately on the brackets with me, and he
Yeah.
did an absolutely terrific job, really digging in, giving great notes, feedback, creating some great matchups. I mean, there was a bunch in the first round where I'm like, "Are you sure?" Or like adding a person, I'm like, "Are you sure?" And they all delivered.
worked
So
out.
like he really has an ear for this thing, an eye for putting a bracket
eye.
together. So I'm appreciative of you, Luke, for everything you did to add to this bracket and make this tournament terrific.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I don't know why. It was like
Good
over
job,
like,
Luke.
I think it was like last summer. You kind of came up to me at Corks one night, and you're like, "Hey, I got to talk to you about something." I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck? Like you want to go in the alley or something and talk?
you
Like, what are we doing here?"
Oh, hello.
You're
Well,
like,
the thing is,
That's
the thing is,
less
beef,
talking than you might think.
beef doesn't smoke. So I don't know what you thought you were getting in the alley.
Just never know.
and then you're like, "Yeah, I want some help with the 108 tourney." And my first thought was, are you tired of people yelling at you when they don't get into the tournament?
Oh, no, I
You
love
wanna
that
deflect
part.
it to me, I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take the heat. That's fine. And you're like, no, you know a lot of people. You want to do this? I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in. And then like the second you
You're
said that,
young.
I'm like, I'm fucking all in. Like I was ready for it. I liked the back and forth. Like this was, I think we started in earnest in like December, like really
Yeah.
digging in and diving in to get through this entire process and just going back and forth and like putting people in, taking people out, looking at the advancements like of future matchups. Everything just meshed so well. Like
It did.
not just
yeah.
not just in the first draft, but like draft by draft by draft, like sharing each other's ideas were fantastic. Like
Yeah, we started to sharpen up as we got towards
Yes,
the end. There
like-
it was good. You know, like
I will say, Luke, no one appreciates that more than me and my sock summer because we don't want to do that.
100%
We absolutely don't want to do that.
I'm going to get
In
you
fact,
a trophy just like that. This
the
Luke.
first
Don't worry
time
about
Beef
it.
sent an email and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to send this over to Luke to take a look at. You guys don't worry about it. I just wanted to show it to you." I know 100%
at
that neither me or my stepson open that email even. Like I saw this. I saw in like the the preview that you get. He's like, I'm sending this over to Brewhand Luke, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not looking at this.
Yeah.
I think it's still unread in my inbox.
That's how they treat me, Luke. How dare they?
Steve Kniss Sink.
Yeah,
Steve
it's
Steve
Nis,
Sink.
I think.
I'm gonna start calling him Steve Sink because that's how you say his
Stevie
name.
K. I'm gonna call him
backwards.
Stevie K.
So, anyways, he said it's the best tourney yet, and I really truly believe that. Like, it's not like a knock on the previous tournaments. I think more and more people are engaging with people they never met before, they never seen. Like, not just in their matchups, and they're following each other. Technology sure as fuck helps with all of this, because I think when I started tuning into the tourney, it was probably like 2019. I was kind of watching, and then 2020 when Summer of George made the final against White Sox.
Uh-oh.
Out of the 108 tourney.
Yep.
Paid attention to Summer of George versus White Sox Dave and that whole thing in 2020. Those were great matches, but I think a lot more people with the technology out there, the different apps on the phones and editing videos and tweets and being creative with their ideas, it's just gotten so much better with content and interaction. Not just like, hey, I'm going to tweet and Photoshop something. Like, everybody was all in. Like, whether they thought they were going to win their matchup or not in the first round, whether you thought you were going to make a run at the championship or not, everybody did a fucking awesome job, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next year.
Yeah, everyone was showing out. Now, one thing to our queen, our champion, Allie White Sox, Allie Hog Sox. Your campaign starts now. Okay, 365. You're the champ. You need to show that you're the champ. Okay, when Summer George had it, he was grandiose about it. Brian Knight's even bigger. He was bigger all throughout the year as champion. I need to see that from you. Okay.
Yes.
I need you, Queen. All right, you got to represent.
I can't wait for Allie to come into a game this year with the tiny little bags that they allow women to carry into the park with the trophy sticking out of it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, epic tournament. I was over the moon at how it turned out.
Yes.
I'm not really fond of the bots, but we worked through the bots, and I think the end result, I think the last day was awesome. So I'm psyched about how it went. But guys, the end of the 108 tourney is always a great moment because it is the start of the White Sox season. And you know it's tomorrow.
Fucking
guys.
right.
Opening fucking day.
Opening
And you don't
day.
even need to take the day off because the game don't start till 6.
Nope.
But I'll tell you where to be. I want you to get on your computers like you are right now.
Yes.
And you dial in that playback URL, playback.tv/Sox Machine.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Yep,
Oh, I know
that's
it.
right.
I
You
know.
got it.
I just needed the brain tickled a bit. And you watch us with Sox Machine, and we're gonna do a whole watch party for the game. Don't listen to Roger Clemens. No one should.
That's
No one
right.
should.
That's correct.
He's got a lot of bad thoughts in his head. Don't listen to him.
Very
We got
bad.
good thoughts in our head. So come listen to us and watch that. And then after the game, we're going to do the 108 podcast immediately following the game. Well, actually, probably about 15 minutes because, Beef's got to drop some sticks.
Drop stick.
That's right.
But, guys, I'm going to leave it to you guys to sign off because this is not my baby. So, Beef, Luke,
Yeah.
MSS, you guys could say goodnight.
Good night.
Hey.
Good
cheers.
day.
Good
Bless you.
job. Yeah. Good
Thank
job.
you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Yes, that's good.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, actually, I
Cheers.
probably could've.